Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. I'm just getting everything ready as usual at the start of the stream. Chat wouldn't load up for a moment there. It went all goofy. So, that's interesting. We're going to just grab the link from YouTube here and go. So, let's throw this up now. Okay. And then we'll do streaming behind the scenes for the Undertale Discord, and then we've got self-promotion. Then I've got to post in every other area as well. And then I think we've only got one more place to post now. There we go. Hey, Allison. Nice to see you. So we're going to be continuing on here. I had to do some crazy stuff to this last night, so I have to tweak things a little bit, and then we can do the rest of the marsh, of which I'll have to do as like a separate area. But it's okay, it's no big deal. It doesn't change things too much. It just makes it easier on me at the end of the day. So we're gonna have the tunnel here be like this. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to, I'll add this later, but I'm going to have, like, where we are here. I'll have this object just to measure tunnels and stuff. And we're going to go ahead and I'll fix up one of the other areas, probably the one before this, scene 3 instead of scene 4, to show you what I mean. So, let's do about this in terms of length for the cave, and then we'll do a left-hand 90-degree turn. It's about this width, goes up to there. Like this. It's about there. And we take this, we go up here to there. And then we go along. Oh. And the reason for this is literally just because of the way that the previous room has gone. I'll explain it more for people who don't quite understand in a moment, or when more people come in, so I'm not repeating myself too much. But essentially, it's just, it's a little buffer zone to make things easier on myself. Now we can go ahead and make this look a little bit better. And I can even make the next room just a little bit bigger, so we'll even, to make the buffer zone a little bit easier, we'll kind of do this. Actually, no, I don't need to, because of the way that this works. I can just have that. I watched 2 streams while I was waiting, says Allison. Fair enough. Okay. So, I just realized I need the buffer zone's going to be weird. I'm going to have to potentially model the room the same way. But what we have here, I'm going to break this down, and then I'm also going to potentially start getting some footage from YouTube. And if I do that, then I'll make sure that everything's fine and that I'm not like streaming exactly what I'm getting, so I'm not spoiling anything. Okay, so I need this here to have a bridge there and a bridge here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this here and we're just going to have it curve. So we're going to have it curve probably twice. Oh, come on, man. So have it go like this. I drew 15 doodles, but Immersiontale themed. Oh, nice. I'd be careful when drawing Immersiontale stuff, primarily just because it does kind of follow closely to the pacifist route, but there are certain elements that are introduced that are a little bit different, and also, because of it still being an AU, there are some other things that I haven't talked about or shown off yet that I will do next year. So there are things where potentially details could be wrong, or there are other things that can be either included or gone over at a later date. So yeah, I'd just be careful about that kind of thing. That's not like me being nasty or anything, that's literally just me saying like, look, there might be other stuff that you can include at a later date. People are gonna read into that too much now, be like, what does he mean? What does he mean? You know. So we curve that. And then we're gonna have it go up slightly. Hey, memes. So yeah, we're gonna do this. How you doing, memes? Let's do this. Try and give this corridor a little bit more shape here. I'm tired. Oof. Okay, so now what we have here at the end of this tunnel is this curve. And even though it's slightly different to the main map from Undertale, this is literally just to make up for a little issue that I have with this room. And I'll show it in a moment. I won't show it off with textures or lighting because I figure that will potentially spoil things. But yeah, it's just a little thing to do with the room itself rather than anything else. Gonna need wall and floor here. So let's just do this first. Make sure this is all textured up. Oh, apart from that bit. I can figure I might do some other streams tonight, but this will be the main one for the time being, because I'm getting ready to kind of do the 2023 recap for Immersiontale. That'll be fun. Because I've been mentioning about that for a while, and holy crap, that was close. What I need to do here is literally just go like about that. There we go. It's just so I can get this texture lined up with that one. And then we can just unwrap. Oh, wait. Why is that not? Huh. Is that because I've not got it selected here? I do. Unwrap. Potentially. Let's try cube. Wait, why is there one that's... What's that one? Huh. That's... The geometry's correct though, right? Oh, wait, what? Hang on, is that selecting there as well? I do this. I got merge distance. We merge by... Ah, there we go. There was an issue with the geometry there. Okay, heck, because of that issue, I'm gonna even do this, even though I don't need to. Yeah, with everybody else doing like recaps for 2023, I feel kind of left out, so I thought, go on, I'll do one. So I need to now get everything together, but I want to make it special and not be crazy like every other update or something. So this one's gonna have a little bit more of a serious tone to it at the moment, or at least I think it will have. That's how I feel right now, at least. Yeah. Why is... Oh. Here's a story for you. Undyne went to Grillby's and she saw Sans. Undyne says, hates the Sans. And Sans freaks out when Undyne came to Sans. She saw he was eating a fish, so she got mad and threw Sans 100 feet. Right, let's try and... try and get this matched up as best as I can. I'm looking specifically for like that one pebble that looks like it matches, which is really hard, but I think I've got it done. I just need to slide it over to about there, I reckon. Actually, there's another defining mark there. There's that one. I think that might be the wrong way. That moment where my brain is just like, dude, just find the pattern and you can match it easy. Ah, there, hang on. That bigger rock, so if I find that one. Here's where I find that this is like rotated the wrong way and it just makes it really awkward. I try rotating it to like 90 or something. Ah, there's where it is. I do 90 and then mirror like that. I swear it's that one. Let's... okay, I swear it's that rock that looks like it matches. Trying to figure out where it is in relation to this right now. Try mirror on the X. Mirror on the Y. Okay, so what is it? That way? I thought I already brought it from that way. I could just do both of these together, which would probably be easier. Oh. Let's take that. And take, where's the other mesh? That one. Right, and then we've got that. We just need... why is that selected? Is the other one underneath it selected? Yes, it is. So it's just that stuff, right? I've got that done. If I do UVs... okay, yeah. Right, now if I just hit File, Unwrap, like that. Random stuff in chat. Meanwhile, with Moody, says Allison. Yeah, it's like sometimes I just stay away from chat because of the chat just kind of doing its own thing. You know, I don't like interrupting people, so... oh. Okay. It looks roughly like that at the moment, and there doesn't appear to be a visible seam, and then I can just like... where's Frisk? Did I move Frisk from the... no, I didn't. I was gonna say, if I moved Frisk from the grass before, that would be bad, but... that needs to be... chat be chat. I mean, it's whatever, you know. Moody be Moody. Oh, Moody's not even here at the moment. I just accept that as a name. Dave be Dave and Busters. Wait, what? Moody ain't real. No, I explained it a little bit. I just put it as basically one part of me, and then the other part of me is the tiny voice that you should never listen to in the back of your head, which I kind of ended up giving a personality. Like, literally, no joke. Yeah, I've explained it a few times. It's why I end up flipping between moods quite a lot. I've explained it to some of the cast as well, actually, properly, like, fully. And some of the cast were like, wait, what? So yeah, I may have to explain it to some other people at some point, because I'm gonna try incorporating some of that into what's going on, but yeah, we'll explain that at a later point. It's definitely got more significance to it than just me turning around and being, look at me, I'm quirky. You know, it's totally not that thing. Let's see. That's quite moody. Follow active quads. There we go. I think the easiest way to explain it at the moment for people who are in chat is there's a definite difference between the two different versions of me, and I try and make it easier on everybody by deliberately not switching out too much if I can help it. But there are other times when I just kind of do it by accident. You can normally tell by the tone and pitch of my voice. If it goes a little bit deeper, then normally that's moody. Whereas if it stays kind of nice like this, then that's normally me just being me. Ooh. I just figured that way it's a little bit easier explaining it to people. Oh, come on now. That moment where I'm like, just so close to the end here? Moody has ascended. No. Hey Dave, how's it going, says Damon? I'm doing fine, thank you very much, Damon. How are you doing? I was kind of explaining my my split personality thing to chat. Chat's like, wait, what? Okay. We are almost done with this section. I just got 2 unskippable ads. Oh, dude. What? That's not good. I actually don't need that face there. I really don't need that face there. Fair enough. Always an interesting conversation. Indeed, right? You know, you bring that up and people are like, seriously? You okay or whatever? You okay? And I'm just like, oh yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm fine, you just have to deal with 2 different versions of me. It's okay, it's fine. No big deal. Okay, so let's... It's funny, because it's always been a thing as well. I've just hand-waved it for people and just kind of just gone with it, you know. Oh. That might need... Yeah, that does. That's the only area where I'm going to include another light like this. Sacrifice Jeff. No! What have you guys got against Jeff? Remove Jeff. No. It's really interesting to hear about it. It's made me more open-minded. See, the thing is, I know other people would be like, look at me, I'm quirky and everything, and try and use it and play it off and be like, oh, look, it's cringe. But it's like, no, no, no. But you have to know the full entire story to really get it. You know, of which it's been explained over multiple streams. Okay, that doesn't look too bad for an exit. And then I can brighten it up again when I come out the other side. That is the last part in texture you guys are seeing of that area at the moment, right? So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you exactly what I did last night, because there's more definition here. Memes, you still in, just so you can see this. So we started off... Oh, I just remembered I need to drag those mine sections over as well, because that'll make everything finish up here looking real nice. And then we can get started on the bit near Gerson. Fun stuff. This is the sequel to If Undertale Was Realistic. What, just have like realistic sands in the background? Swapping out a little bit too quickly there. Okay, so here's what happened the other night. I modeled all of this and we added a load more detail to it. You can see there's like crystals and there's different bits of scenery and other things on the ceiling and stuff. You're getting none of this with lighting or textures because that would be spoiling everything, and I'm already spoiling quite a lot. But yeah, this is already pretty cool. I like the way that this looks. We got the marsh here. We've even done a sandbank underneath here in certain areas just to make it look really cool. I also need to do the water effect in here at some point. I'm not going to show you everything that's up there because there's a load of like cool little details over there, but we got the run through here. Trust me, this looks really good with lighting, and I've not even done the water effect on it. But yeah, we got all of this, and then when we get to here, we've got all the grass and stuff that Frisk runs into. Frisk is literally the... Where's Sans Undertale? Sans is in one of the other areas. But yeah, then what happens normally is, in the official map, this goes in a straight line, and you see directly all the way through until the hub where Undyne is. But because of all this scenery and all the complicated lighting that's in this room and stuff, even without waterfalls, the frame rate goes pretty low. So I had to get creative with some of the lighting and everything, so I've tried simplifying it a little bit. But yeah, it's still a bit too detailed. So what I've done is I've just made it curve here. The idea is this curve is actually going to curve back in the next map, and then we're going to continue on with the normal one. So the curve is just there to give us something to look at while we transition into the next area. So it's not too bad. So it's just a slight tweak, but it's all good. But yeah, all of this stuff starts costing a lot when you put it all in one scene. Like Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, it's one of those things where I can put like tons of meshes in the same scene, but when you add all of the lighting together with all the materials, because there's a lot of complexity in some of the materials, just the way that the lights bounce around the room, the shadows and everything. If you're using a lot of different lights like I am doing for certain instances, then it can cause issues. So it's not the meshes so much that are the problem, it's the lighting. I'll do one with lighting here just to show you, just as an example. So for instance, over here, we've got this lighting, right? Now, this doesn't look too bad on its own because we've got these crystals lit up, right? But in this one area, we have like 2 lights here and 1 light in there, and it's just to give that glow effect, right? It makes everything look really nice and gives you that glow that a lot of people give Waterfall in the artwork. Like if you've seen any fan art, that's basically what I'm trying to go with, is that kind of feel of Waterfall being very dark and mysterious, but also in certain areas it's a little bit brighter, but not too bright. But then the real draw, the real thing that everyone remembers about Waterfall is the mixture of 1, the amount of water that's in it, 2, the glowing crystals that are all over the place, and 3, the glowing plants and things like the echo flowers. So they all have this sort of like glow effect to them. So imagine I'm doing giant rooms where all of this is repeated, like this, where I have tons of different plants, and I've got all those crystals in the ceiling, and then we've got some crystals over the doors here, and I've got some like giant ones to kind of break things up here, you know, and I've got that all over the place, you know, even here to try and light things up naturally. Just imagine how the frame rate reacts when I then do a massive room like this. it kind of goes, oh no, you've got a lot of glow here. Are you really sure you want to be having that many lights in one scene? Do you want to simplify it? And I'm like, no, I want this to look as good as it can, please, while still having high frame rate. And Blender's like, yeah, we might have a problem with that. You know, so I can, the good thing about this is I can still animate it, and I can animate it at a full 60 frames per second, it looks like, in non-preview mode. And then the preview mode that I just showed you there at the end is for the final thing, which will be full speed with all the nice looks and everything. The only difference is when I'm animating it, I'm gonna have to animate it not at full speed and not in the full preview mode, because obviously that's when I'm gonna start hitting like 2 frames per second. The button shines now when people say it. Fun fact, when you say smash that button, the button glows. Interesting. So yeah, it's gonna look cooler when I have the water effect on it that I've had in previous rooms. That's the one thing that I still need to apply to all of this, is the very, very, very nice water caustics that essentially fake how water looks on every surface. Because what I want and what I think here is when we've got all the water here, I want the caustics to kind of bounce off the cave walls and everything else. I might need to add it to some other pieces here, but I want it to bounce off at least up to like this section where this lip is. So we're gonna have like these ripple effects going all over the place, and it's gonna look so good. I like, you know, when it's crazy when I get excited about it, and I'm the one making this, you know. So yeah, it's cool. Damon says, it's pretty cool. I wish YouTube would remove the heart button. Yeah, just move the heart button, you know. That'd be so cool. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna save that scene, and we're gonna go back to scene 3, which I hope. Let's just make sure. I'm just gonna hide the window for a moment. Where is it? Boop. I'm just gonna hide the window just to make sure that scene 3 doesn't open in like full color. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it's not opened in full color. So we're good. This is looking nuts. I love the detail. So imagine, because I'm going back here for a moment just to show you an effect, and also to then start working on the other bit. I'm gonna have to actually save frame rate in this area as well. But I've shown this off a bunch of times. I keep swapping in between levels of voice here. It's weird. So I've got this empty over here, and an empty is a node that you can attach anything to, right? And you can just about see the effect here. There we go. I've got it behind all these other effects and things that are on screen, but you can see that ripple effect here, right? It loops only because when you open a Blender window, you have a set amount of frames for animation. And it's just looping that animation at the moment, but the idea is this is set to continue on as long as I want it to. But this essentially is like the ripple effect from water, right? It looks pretty cool, and I can make it brighter or dimmer if I want, right? But this at the moment, I changed it a little bit from the previous version. The other version, I had to like mess around with it and it was all crazy, but this version, I can actually like drag it along, and it should allow me, if I've got the right one here, it should allow me to drag this along, and wherever it is, the animation plays for the water. Ah, there it is. Is that it? Hang on, let's just see. There's another empty there. I'm trying to figure out which one it is. Is that, let's think. It'll be on a shading? Or it might have been edited. Hang on. Modeling. If I go to the shaders here for a moment, shaders, because this is edited by the fake caustics here. Reference, which empty is this? Empty 001, okay. Movie is already better than half the crap Netflix throws out. Okay, So we've got that's station 1. I don't know what that is. Sands. Oh, I see. That Sands is Sentry Station. That's the rig for it. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Just like deleting Sands from existence. Let's try empty. Oh, I see. It's hidden. That makes sense. Wait, what? Hang on. No, that one doesn't. Hang on. Empty. .001. Why is that not appearing? I don't have it in other versions because I've showed it people before. Let's get rid of the floor for the moment. Why is this not working? Let's try going down here. That moment where you lose track of the empty that controls your water effect, and yet the water effect is still there. Why is that being so funny? Maybe I just have to reference a new empty? Let's try... VFX empty. The time being. Undertale Gaster Edition. Undertale Thanos Snap Edition. Oh, right, so we do empty, and we do, let's do the plane axis, right? Or actually, no. Let's do a sphere. Because I need to actually do this with a mesh as well and see whether this works. So I suppose I can mess around with this at the moment. So the way that this works, again, is that this material controls everything. It's something that me and Bakers came up with. We can change it to geometry if we want, but at the moment, this empty should suffice, right? So what we tell it is that this empty is what's controlling it, and anything that's near it should give me this effect, right? So if I do this now, and I move that, we should see, yep, there we go, it works. So when you watch round about here, if I get rid of all the characters for a moment, boop, 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 boop. If I get rid of all the characters and we go back to normal for a moment, you can see the effects in the corner of the screen a little bit over here. And what's going to happen is when I move this empty along, you can see that the effect moves along with it and then fades after a certain amount of time. Oh, so you can see it like slowly fading out and slowly fading in, and wherever this is, you can see the effect appear, which is really cool. And we can also raise it. So if you want, I can raise it higher, I can have it lower, and it'll still play the same effect, which is really cool. So now the theory is, I might as well do this while I'm here. The theory is that I can then turn around to this and say that for the VFX empty, we can just have like a mesh. And I can just make a giant simplified mesh that goes all the way around the floor here. And I should be able to then control the radius and the effects of the water effect with this rather than the empty. So then for this, we can do like transparent material, right? Doesn't cast any shadows, blends in with everything else just nicely. And then what I can do is go shading, shader, wall EX, distance, object, plane, right? And then what this should do is make this so that it appears everywhere rather than just where the plane is. Oh, maybe not. That's interesting. So, now I have to go and figure out how this works. So maybe if I change the distance instead of like -3, just 0? Oh no. Okay, so -3 there for going up the wall. Not -9, -3. Okay. Oh, I see. Map range. Maximum. Okay, so if I was to do that, that's what makes it go further up. What about 0.1 there? What about this one? Oh, that's for the glow. Jeff is gone. Yeah, that's just because I'm doing the effect here. I'm actually wondering how I can get this only on like horizontal. Might have to ask Bakers about that. Jeff pulled a gaster. Okay, so at least I know now that the controls for that are kind of weird. Let's try 3 again. There we go. Now we got that out of the way. Now I can start opening for save as scene 5. And then I can start yeeting the back of the level here that I don't actually need. So we'll do that. This, that. Because what we actually need is only the scenery for the next part, which is fine, and I can use this as a reference for everything else. Just make sure scene 5 and scene 3 are different here. Yep, they are. But what I'm essentially doing is saving on frame rate by deliberately yeeting stuff that won't be on screen. That reminds me. I need to at least put Azrael back on screen. I'm gonna contact Bakers real quick. Relation to the... I was wondering if there was any... Oh, excuse me. Okay. Thank you very much. ADD meds must have run out. So what I'm doing here is I'm just asking Bakers, who helped me with the shader, just if there's any way of fixing it so I can just essentially make a mesh and it'll be within range of that mesh at all times. Moody needs a sneeze count for that, not being rude. Oh no, it's mainly, like, it's just because of how I am at the moment. I've got a cold and I'm also allergic to dust and stuff. So I need to keep an eye on that kind of thing. But what I need to do here, oh, there's Bakers. So, Wait, what? I'm just trying to, that moment where I'm trying to get this sorted here, this effect thing sorted, and the chat has devolved into, wait, we did what again? Right. Right, what I'm gonna do, I'm lost, probably an Undertale reference, as Damon. It's all over the place. Anyway, I'm gonna close the stream down for a little bit because I have to get all those video bits of footage and other stuff, and just a load of other things, and also have to work on this effect. So I'm gonna close it down, and I'll see you guys later on. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, bye!